equality is like a rose where varieties of colors that have the same stem. The varieties of colors represent the color of race, culture, groups, and etc. For the same stem, it's because we're all human. Social equality is a broad topic. It involves a lot of things such as political, social rights, and movements. The information are important to the audience because we may be this group or we are in these groups. Therefore, the resources of information I found in my speech are from the Francis State Library OneSearch, CQ Research, and the Point TV Point. Today, I'm going to explain what is equality, the males and females rights movement, and some community rights. To start off, I will begin explaining equality. Equality is a powerful aspect of the social, political, and moral debate world. According to TIMCIT 2016 resources, it states that equality consists of income, resources, primary goods, power, welfare, opportunity, need satisfaction, capabilities, functionings, rights, or liberties. However, there are people who oppose equality. They oppose equality because they think it will clash with freedom, and also according to TIMCIT 2016, it states some argue that equality requires that we level down the better off and we cannot benefit the worse off. Next, I will talk about the men's and women's rights movement. The men's rights movement. The men's rights movement is about anti-feminist and pro-feminist. It began in the mid-late 1970s. The reason why they developed anti-feminist because of the men's liberation showed that the women's perspective of men's role was poor, not healthy, and dangerous. According to Misner in 1998, it states how pro-feminist was developed by the men's rights organizations stressed the cause of narrow conceptions of masculinity to men and either downplayed or angrily disputed feminist claims that patriarchy benefited men at women's expenses, page 256. So I feel like the men's rights movement's goal was to show that the men had more power and advantages. Next would be about the women's rights movement. The women's rights movement is about anti-discrimination treaty for women's rights. According to Tanya Chuan 2000, it was developed to terminate discrimination against women. For example, like the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848. According to the women's rights, Seneca Falls Alessa Plan 1988 states that their purpose was to view the convention as a way to collectively address the legal, social, and economic disadvantage of primarily married women on page 53. Since I have talked about about the men's rights movement, the women's rights movements, and the equality, I will finally talk about some communities that are affected by it. Some communities that I feel are affected by it are LGBTQ rights and Black Lives Matter. LGBTQ rights. LGBTQ rights has a campaign that can help them to have same-sex marriage and no discrimination, which according to LGBTQ rights in state laws 2016, it states that in 1988, approximately 10% of Americans believe that same-sex marriage should be legal. This percentage rose to 35% in 2001 and then to 55% in 2016, which shows that there should be belief in same-sex marriage. Also, within those years, in 2014, there was 37 states that had approved same-sex marriage. In this data chart, which I couldn't show, but it shows the number that statewide laws and policies cannot discriminate LGBT by entities and businesses, students, discrimination against students, and prohibiting healthy discrimination. Now I'll talk about the Black Lives Matter. The Black Lives Matter was a hashtag campaign from social media, which started from a media post from an activist named Alyssa Garza in 2013 responding to the case of George Zimmerman not being guilty for the murder of Trayvon Martin. Because of this, many African American people feel like they were targeted more than other lives. Also, after the Ferguson case, many of African American people feel like it shouldn't be a social media campaign anymore because of the way how they treat it. So at the end, I'll talk about the summary of my main points and the clincher. In conclusion, I have talked about what is equality, the men's and women's rights, LGBTQ rights, and Black Lives Matter. So here's a quote from Malala Yousafzai, who was a Nobel Peace Prize participant and activist for education that helps the right for women's education. She stated, "So here I stand, one girl among many. I speak not for myself, but for all girls and boys. I raised up my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. Those who fought for their rights, the right to live in peace, the right to be treated with dignity, the right to equality of opportunity, and the right to be educated.